Many people believe that opening the third eye means activating something special within themselves. But almost no one realizes that this idea by itself already creates confusion, because when the search turns into effort, the result is not clarity. It is anxiety, frustration, and the feeling of always being almost there. In this video, I will show you why the third eye does not open, it matures, and how to develop consciousness without forcing internal processes. If you're trying to open the third eye, I need to tell you something that almost no one is willing to hear. Maybe the problem is not a lack of practice. Maybe it is the way you're searching. Because the more a person tries to open the third eye, the more confused, anxious, and frustrated they become. And this does not happen by accident. The central mistake. The biggest mistake people make when seeking the third eye is not doing something wrong. It is believing that opening it is the goal. When we talk about the third eye, many traditions describe it as the frontal chakra, an energetic center located between the eyebrows, associated with perception, consciousness, and intuition. But here is what almost no one talks about. The third eye does not function in isolation. When someone tries to develop it without emotional, mental, and bodily balance, what arises is not clarity, it is confusion. From the very beginning, this must be clear. This is not about acquiring something new. It is about perceiving more clearly what already exists. There is an ancient symbolic narrative that says human beings once had a broader perception of reality, represented by the idea of a third eye. Over time, this perception weakened as humans began living more on autopilot and less in self-observation. This story is not about the past. It is about now. It communicates a simple and profound idea. Consciousness can expand or contract depending on how we live. That is why so many people seek the third eye during moments of emotional confusion, when they repeat the same choices, react more than they choose, or no longer understand their own lives. The turning point. Imagine someone climbing a mountain. During the climb, vision is limited. The person sees only what is directly ahead, but when they reach the top, they do not see only forward. They see everything around them. This so-called 360-degree vision is not supernatural. It represents context, clarity, and the ability to observe before reacting. In life, this means seeing a situation beyond immediate emotion. And here's the key point. This vision does not come from effort. It comes from maturity. The real risk. Now, an important point that very few people are willing to say. This kind of practice is not recommended for people who are highly anxious, emotionally unstable, seeking escape from reality, or expecting magical solutions. Self-knowledge deepens reality. And those who are not willing to face their own reality often become frustrated. That is why one of the most important pillars of developing consciousness is non-judgment. Non-judgment does not mean agreeing with everything. It means observing without reacting immediately. It means reducing automatic interpretations and creating inner space for clarity. Without this space, any practice becomes just another attempt at control. The true path. Now, a simple exercise. The goal is not to create sensations. It is to expand awareness. Sit comfortably. Breathe naturally. Gently bring your attention to the center of the forehead without tension. And simply observe the sounds around you, sensations in the body, and the thoughts that arise. Do not seek images, colors, or effects. The practice is to observe, not to produce something. And understand this. Progress is not measured by visions. The real signs of growth are different. Less automatic reaction, greater emotional clarity, more conscious decisions, and less need for external validation. Throughout your day, whenever an emotional situation arises, pause for 10 seconds. Observe the emotion without acting, and ask internally, what is really happening here? This simple gesture transforms perception into practical maturity. The third eye is not something that opens, it is something that matures. It does not symbolize power, it symbolizes presence, clarity, and the ability to see your own life without illusion. It is not about seeing more things, it is about seeing better. There's an important point that connects all of this. What many people call the third eye can also be understood as a developed form of mediumship. And it's important to be clear. Everyone has the gift of mediumship. The difference is that in some people, this gift is more developed. In others, it is beginning to awaken. And in many, it remains completely dormant. When mediumship starts to awaken, the body often gives signals, physical sensations, different perceptions, internal changes that many people do not understand and end up ignoring or misinterpreting. This can indeed facilitate the development of the third eye when done with awareness and balance. If you want to explore this further, I recommend watching the video, Physical Signs of Mediumship, which I already have here on the channel. I will leave it in the card and in the description because it perfectly complements what we discussed here. If this content helped you understand the third eye in a clearer and more conscious way, leave a like on the video. And if you know someone who is searching for this topic but may be confused or forcing processes, share this video with them. Sometimes the right information arrives at exactly the right moment,